Hey Crossers! Welcome back to another episode of Crossroads and Coffee podcast. I'm so glad you're here today. I know life can get really challenging sometimes. So I invite you to pause, pour yourself a comforting cup of coffee and sit with me for a while. Today, let's talk about the beauty and peace we can find when we choose to obey God, even when it's hard, especially at work. You're not alone in this. Let's remind ourselves just how important the Lord Jesus Christ is in every part of our journey. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's grow together. Have you ever felt a quiet nudge to do something completely out of the ordinary? Maybe there was a soft voice inside you, urging you to reach out to a stranger, even to give away your last paycheck for the month. Scary, right? Especially when that money was meant for your bills, your rent, your daily needs. But still, something deep within you said, do it anyway. And you can't quite explain why. I think we've all had moments like that. Moments that don't make sense to anyone else but feel so real to us. They tug at our hearts and challenge our sense of logic and comfort. Maybe for you, it wasn't money. Maybe it was forgiving someone who deeply hurt you, even when they never said sorry. Or maybe it was choosing to stay when everyone else told you to walk away. These moments often come like a whisper, gentle, persistent, impossible to ignore once you've heard them. And for those of us who believe, we know that sometimes, that whisper is God's voice, nudging us to trust Him, to step out in faith, to love others in ways that stretch us. Jesus said in John 10 verse 27, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." What a comfort to know that the same God who created the universe also cares enough to speak to our hearts in these quiet moments. Obedience to that whisper is rarely convenient. It asks us to let go of our plans, our security, our need to be in control. But oh, the beauty that comes when we trust Him enough to say yes. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Sometimes what He asks doesn't make sense in the moment. But on the other side of obedience, we see His faithfulness unfold in ways we never expected. Think about Abraham. God asked him to leave everything familiar and go to an unknown land, and he went. Or Peter, who stepped out of the boat and walked on water simply because Jesus said, "Come." Ordinary people, extraordinary trust. Maybe today you're hearing a whisper too. Maybe God is nudging you to forgive, to give, to reach out, to surrender something you're clinging to. It might not make sense, but trust that He sees the whole picture even when you can't. There is a quiet beauty in obeying the whisper of God. A beauty in the surrender, the trust, the small brave yes. Because when we say yes, we give Him room to work through us, for His glory and for our good. So if you hear that gentle nudge today, don't rush past it. Pause. And remember Psalm 32 verse 8. "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." He is with you every step of the way. Thanks for spending these few moments with me. I hope you're reminded that sometimes the most unusual thing you can do is exactly what God is calling you to do. And there is so much beauty on the other side of your eyes. Hey Crossers! Thank you for sharing your time and your heart with me today here at Crossroads and Coffee. I hope today's conversation gave you something to think about. Maybe even the courage to pause and listen for that quiet whisper from God in your own life. If this episode encouraged you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who might need it too. And don't forget to hit follow so you never miss a cup of coffee and a moment at the crossroads with us. Until next time, may you find peace in the waiting, courage in the whisper, and beauty in every yes you give to God. Stay warm, stay hopeful, and I'll see you again soon, right here at Crossroads and Coffee.